YouTube. It's Katie. It is I. I'm here. I suppose I need to introduce myself. I had another YouTube channel, but things happened and I'm not tech savvy at all, so I have no idea. But we're under a different email account, and this is a new channel. So let's go. I'm Katie. That's my name. I sound a little breathy and slow and just weird in general. And that's because there were several things, but ultimately I ended up having a stroke. I had something called a brain AVM, and then I had a brain aneurysm because of that, and it culminated in a stroke. So after lots of years, this is 4 years, nearly 4 years after the fact, and after a lot of therapy and a lot of doctors and a lot of just recuperation and healing time, here I am. So, I just posted a video. You may have seen it, and I mentioned I've been taking, because ultimately my goal was to do a lot more homesteading type of things, but I took some time out of that to focus on my skin health, because my skin health was just not good. Let's see if I can move you there. It's more in the morning, but okay. So my skin health wasn't doing so good. If you see how it was in the initial video I had on this channel, you can see it. And that's after months and months of healing. You know, my skin was so much worse to begin with. But in that video, I think it's called GMOs and pesticides in food crops. But in that, you can see my face was red. You can see there was rash stuff on my neck and my arms and my hands, and that's called eczema. I have what is called eczema. Now, what is eczema? That's what I want to discuss in this video. Well, actually, not what is eczema, but my personal journey through healing my eczema, not curing, because, it's true there's not a cure for eczema, but you can treat your eczema and heal a lot of it. At this point, I'm like 95% eczema-free, and because I do still have, if you look closely, you can see the remnants of a tiny bit of eczema rash on my right hand. And it's healing. Once that is gone, I would say I'm 99% eczema free. not because I cured it, but I've been treating it with diet because eczema is not a skin condition. Hear me again. Eczema is not a skin condition. Eczema is a gastrointestinal disorder. And when I first heard this, I thought, well, I've never had trouble with eating or digestion. That's not the thing. Eczema is weird like that. Different foods will affect your eczema and make it better or worse, usually worse. And you'll see it like, it can be anywhere from like 5 hours to 2 days after you eat something. It's not like anaphylactic shock or anything like it. It's not an immediate response. It is well after, which can make it rather difficult to identify the problem. But that's what eczema is. And nearly a year ago, end of March, beginning of April of 2019 was when I decided, I've been dealing with this eczema for 20 years. I've been to so many doctors and specialists. I have tons of people. I would say about a good third of my family works somewhere in the medical industry. And for 20 years, no one has ever mentioned, maybe this eczema thing is linked to your diet and not just about your skin. Because I'm telling you, there were several points where my eczema got really bad, especially during puberty. That was horrible. And then this last year, when I was 22, it got really bad. So bad, my face swelled up, my cheek cracked, the skin over here cracked. I wouldn't leave the house for weeks on end. I secluded myself. It was kind of like quarantine. I wouldn't leave. And at that point, I said, no one's been able to fix this. I should just watch other YouTube videos and figure this out. I'm going to do something that's better. So that's what I did. April 2019 was when I decided to start. Now, what I did first, or I guess second first, was just deciding to start. And that was great because now I'm here and I did end up figuring it out. But when I first began, I didn't know what I was doing. I was already plant-based primarily. I hadn't had milk or eggs or, well, a little cheese because I live in a small town in Texas. If I was gonna be hardcore when I went out, absolutely not eat anything, there'd be times when I wouldn't be able to eat at all. Like, a lot of times, most of the time. But I hadn't had milk or eggs in a long, long time. Like, well, a year and a half, and that's not long, but it felt like a good long time. Plenty of time to adapt. But that didn't end up helping me that much. I mean, it helps with my weight and stuff, but as far as my skin goes, it didn't affect my skin. So I decided one of the first things I did was I thought maybe the pesticides are hurting me. So I got rid of pretty much everything and only began eating organic foods. And then there was about nearly a week between when I decided maybe it's the pesticides and when I got my order of organic wheat and rice and oatmeal, things like that. And during this week, I got a lot better because I wasn't eating then inorganic foods. But that wasn't really the problem because as soon as I got my shipment of organic foods, I ate those for 2 days and I was right back to square one. It wasn't the pesticides that were the big problem for me. It was the gluten. See, the gluten, there is a condition called leaky gut. It is exactly what it sounds like. Your gut is leaking food particles. And the gluten particles, when they go down and are getting digested, gluten particles are small enough to slip through the leaks in the lining of your gut, but they're big enough to make the body attack itself. So I was eating pastas and breads and tortillas and baked goods and all this stuff with gluten in it. And it was really jacking up my entire system. So first now, I got rid of gluten. And I really had no idea what it was doing yet. I didn't know gluten-free options. And we live in a small town in East Texas. I didn't have access to gluten-free bread. No access to gluten-free baked goods. And I really didn't know what to do, but I just knew I couldn't keep eating that. At one point, because since I didn't know where to go or what options were available, I was losing a significant amount of weight. After, because bread pasta had been a large part of my diet. But once I had to cut out gluten, there was no bread and pasta. So I lost a lot of weight, and I was thinking, what can I do to boost my calorie intake? One thing was I went back and tried to eat eggs, because I thought, one egg is 70 calories. So I thought maybe if I can add in eggs, there's no gluten in the eggs, I'll eat those and be plant-based. I didn't like the idea of eating eggs that much, but I thought, at least for now, until I figure out a better option, eggs were the thing. However, there's a thing with the egg whites. There is property, and I didn't know this at the time, but egg whites that just wreak havoc on people with skin conditions and eczema in particular. And I started out slow, thank goodness. I ate one egg over a span of 2 days. I used this one egg in a recipe, and I ate half the food one day and half the next day. And man, eating that egg just completely wiped me out. I was back to not leaving the house. I didn't make videos during that time. When I did, I didn't show my face. That egg, the one egg, just completely messed me up. After that, I did continue to get a little better. As far as my calorie intake goes, I just started. We got these bowls from the thrift shop, and you see how big this is. This is a huge bowl. I started filling this bowl up with rice. Probably 3, 4, 5 cups of cooked rice. And that, sometimes I put some beans in there. I usually added some lettuce, but a huge bowl like this full of rice and beans was about, I figured, 1,000 calories a bowl. Which, yes, it's huge. It took me hours to eat a big old bowl like this. But I really needed to. I had to do something. So that was my solution. The rice was gluten-free, and so were beans and salad. It was something I could eat and at least semi-enjoyed. And after cutting out gluten, I got better and better and better for months. And then, I don't know what happened, but everything stopped. My eczema receded off my face, pretty much off my left arm, but my right arm still had patches of eczema all over it. They began to get infected. I was getting something called impetigo. That is one of the strains of the staph virus. Well, I had it, and I didn't realize, but because I kept hearing, oh, fermented foods are good, they help your gut bacteria, and the more gut bacteria you have, the better it can heal you. So I was eating tons of sauerkraut and drenching my food in apple cider vinegar and fermenting all this stuff. And I heard someone mention histamines. I hadn't looked at histamines. I hadn't been paying attention to histamines. Well, finally, because I was about at my wit's end, I looked at histamines. Come to find out, both sauerkraut and apple cider vinegar and just all fermented food in general is pretty high in histamines, which I apparently was sensitive to. And the moment I stopped eating the fermented foods and cut out the vinegar and stuff, within 3 days, I could already tell a difference. And then within a week and a half, my patches of impetigo were gone. I didn't look horrible. I didn't have to take the gauze and wrap myself up like a mummy. It was great. But I still had little patches of eczema still. And this was actually a very recent thing I discovered. But I'm thinking my last tiny patches of eczema were due to peanut butter. Now, I love peanut butter. I will get the industrial restaurant size 4-pound tub of peanut butter, and I've been known to just sit there and eat it with a spoon, put peanut butter on my pancakes, on ice cream, on everything. I love peanut butter. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Reese's Cups, everything. And, I heard rumblings about, peanut butter may not be good for eczema and whatever. I've been hearing that and blatantly ignoring it because I love peanut butter, and I went through the cycle of months where I'd say, ooh, peanut butter, I like that, and buy a big thing, and I'd eat some, and I'd flare up, and I'd have to throw the peanut butter away, and then in a few weeks, I'd go and buy some more peanut butter and eat it and flare up and throw it away. It's happened 4 or 5 times. Months I did this. And finally, the other day, I just said no to the peanut butter. And I ended it, and after that point, my tiny patches of eczema seem to go away. You can see my arm. I seem to be mostly eczema-free, like I said before. You can see a tiny bit on my hand. It's just leftover, but it's flush colored. It's not that noticeable. And it's still healing, so maybe, well, hopefully it'll still go away. Now, I'm sorry for the long video, but that's the introduction of me. That's the story of my journey into healing my skin. I hope this helps someone. I heard somewhere healing your eczema takes about 3 or a third of the time to heal it as you've had it, which for me, I had that eczema for 20 years. So to heal it by that math would take over 60 years, and this is less than a year, and I'm just about done. I'll have to keep eating gluten-free. I can't eat peanut butter. I can't go back to what I was doing, or my eczema will come back, and I don't want that. But I hope this helps. I hope it inspires someone. Even though you may have problems, at least it's helping. You're not where you were as you were in the beginning, no matter what. Even if you have more flares and start seeing horrible things like you did when you began, you have the knowledge. Even if you make a mistake, well, that didn't work, and you can restart with that knowledge. So it's not like you're completely there to step on. Sorry about the long video, but I hope it helps. And I'll see you more later. Bye, guys.